Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here to do Toriko chapter 302 review. First of all, this chapter, a very quick chapter. Nothing happened except once again a lot of hype. It had a lot of hype to it, and it ended up on a very good note. It was some things were revealed. We now know what pair is, but let me just get into the chapter before I do the analysis, because the preview of the chapter is going to be fairly quick. So basically, Toriko and the others are passing the birth criteria, and Toriko is asking why can't he see the sun, because the sun has just risen. So why is he able to see the stars? And basically this tree is so big that it has its own ecosystem, not ecosystem, but the fruits that it has are actual mini planets. Pear, the first part of pear, is comprised out of these mini planets. Each mini planet, each star from the tree is a fruit, a pear fruit, and that's pretty insane. Now we get to find out that these fruits, they cannot pick up these fruits, the first part of pear, because they are very hard ingredient to cook and capture. So without komatsu, they can't do anything. So they first got to go and fight Monkey King Bambina to get the second part of pear to awaken Komatsu up, and then Komatsu can cook one of these fruits, which makes sense. Now, the part that everybody thought about, and the part that everyone was amused about, but they didn't want to really believe it, was what was the second part of the pear fruit. And the second part of pear fruit, what do you know, it turns up to be the testicles of Monkey King Bambina. And everybody said that when this notion that the pear is made out of two parts, and the second part is something on the Monkey King's body, everyone said it was testicles. And I didn't want to believe it, but it was a very reasonable choice. And voila, this is the second part of the fruit. So apparently, males from the Monkey King species used the first part of the fruits, the mini planets, to impress females and mate with them. So the first part are the fruits, which probably they dangled them on something, we don't know. But the second part of the fruits is the testicles of Monkey King Bambina, which probably contain a lot of testosterone. And we all know that if air allows them to breathe and oxygenate their body, this thing is going to be like a kick, like an adrenaline power up when they eat it. And even though all of them are sickened by this notion, Toriko actually wonders what kind of powers they will get after they eat it. So they will eat it if they can defeat the Monkey King, but it's Toriko, so they will find a way. Now, because they are approaching 100G mountain, the level of oxygen starts to get really low, and they have to eat air, which makes sense. And I didn't see this. I was wondering how they are going to breathe there. I didn't see this, but it actually makes a lot of sense. So they are going to eat air, so in order to be able to breathe on 100G mountain, and they wrapped Komatsu up in leaves from air so that he won't have any problems. And now they have 4 days left until he dies, so they need to wrap this thing up in 4 days. and they already used a lot of their medicines on Komatsu because uh, they had to operate on him 4 times since they came to this continent. So Komatsu state not so good, but hopefully he will make it. Now, the part I was intrigued about is when they were leaving the birth cry tree and going straight to 100G mountain. Guodon was there, the guy with the sword. I think his name is Guodon. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it is. He was there, just spacing out like he always does. And Toriko saw him, but we do not know what he's doing there. So we will see in the future. Now the first thing when they approach 100G mountain is that you can see some very huge ass Sandrico flowers, and these Sandrico flowers are the ones real in nature. So the den shark must be real careful not to walk them up, because if they get even the slightest stimulus, they will kill everything. And of course everybody is sweating, the den shark is sweating, so they're making their way through this field of Sandarico flowers and trying not to give them any stimulus. Very big Sandarico flowers, and you can imagine if something that small that Kaka had in her, I don't know, the plant that Kaka had on her, if that flower nearly killed them, that what would 100 times bigger flower do to them? So the 100G mountain is protected from everything. Nothing can slip through that field of Sandaricos, which goes around the 100G mountain. Now, they pass through the field and they see something flying, and it's a big, I don't know, tone something, tone flat, whatever. It's a flying pig, basically, a flying pig dragon, and its capture level is 700 and something, 706 I believe. And once this thing gets into the range of 100G mountain, it gets crushed immediately. So once the gravity increases, this thing gets pulled out of the sky, it hits the ground, its fluids go into the ground because the gravity just pulls out the liquid from the body. Then even its bones get crushed and the entire thing goes into the ground. And now Kaka is telling them that this mountain was a black hole, sort of like a black hole, and the entire mountain is made out of corpses of millions of dead animals that got pulled in. And I'm thinking that that's the reason why the birth cry tree is near the 100G mountain. Nutrients. When you have a mountain with those many corpses going into the ground, you have nutrients for the tree to grow. So that may be the symbiosis between the tree and the mountain. We don't know. Anyways, we see all of their faces: Toriko face, Coco's face, Zebra, Sunny, and they all have a bad feeling. Basically, they have a bad feeling because everything since they arrived in this continent has been going to their favor. There was nothing, no hiccups in the plan. Everything has been going right the way they wanted to. They meet Kaka, who told them the way. They defeated the Goritamus, or whatever his name was, one of the masters, pretty quickly. They got to the birth cry tree with no hindrance, and now they're on the 100G mountain and nothing was wrong. I mean, they didn't encounter any hostility or anything. So they got a bad feeling. They are thinking that the things are going too good to be true, and I believe that's so because of three things. One, Kaka is not with them. She's not their ally, and I think Coco knows it. 2, Godan, or whatever his name is, the guy who spaces out and he's got a sword from Ichiryu's crew, is there at the birth cry tree, and we don't know what the fuck he's doing right there. And 3, Monkey King Bambino. They were hoping that they could get used to the gravity because Toriko steps on a 100G mountain, and apparently Toriko did some training back at the IGO in a 5% increased gravity. But this, at the base of the mountain, it's already 10% increase of gravity, and Toriko has problems moving. And they were thinking that they would have time to get used to the gravity, to train in that gravity until they get to the top to Monkey King Bambina, because they have 4 days left, and if they could train 3 of those days, then they would probably get used to that gravity so they could fight Monkey King Bambina. But once Toriko stepped on the mountain, Bambina was right there, like fuck it, I'm here, I'm going to fight you guys. And he, because it's actually a he if he has testicles, it's right there, right near Toriko, and he's not massive, not anything. He's even a little smaller than Toriko is, so a normal monkey, but he's there, and we all know what he can do. So what happens next? I'm thinking that for the first time the 4 kings are going to have part of they are going to be defeated. Actually, I didn't find my words there. So for the first time in history, the 4 kings are going to be defeated by Monkey King Bambina. And I'm thinking, or even they use the Sunbreako flower to get out of there, which would be a wise decision, because they cannot fight Monkey King Bambina in that gravity when they didn't get used to it. Very simple. So I'm thinking they will use the Sunbreako flower, they will get out of there, and that's that. Or they are going to try to take Monkey King Bambina on, and they're going to get the asses whooped, and Kaka would use the flower so they would get out of there. Same thing. I would rather enjoy them to fight a little with Monkey King Bambina, and then when they see that they cannot defeat him, bail out of there. So that's that. I don't think I'm missing anything. Basically that's the chapter. Nothing new was added. We now know what pear is. We don't know how it's going to be cooked. We don't know what Neo is going to do about this. But it seems that in the next chapter we're going to have a fight. So until then, that's everything I wanted to say. Those were my opinions. Rate, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.